In this game, Mad Lions discovered the secret on how to beat the Kings of Europe G2, and it was to have a brand new, never before seen composition. But how did this work? Did this one unique pick really destroy G2? Is this secretly busted? Well, in this video, I'm uncovering the secret strategy Mad Lions used to beat G2. Hey guys, what are we feeling like last pick in here? We just need a solid top laner to round out our comp. I know, let's go for Nidalee top lane. You sure, Mervin? You haven't hit your head? Yeah, trust me, this champion is busted. Seriously, I can make it work. Pause real quick. Even though Nidalee top might seem a little troll, take a look at all the stat buffs. She now has extra descaling and pounce swipe, making her early trade patterns surprisingly effective. Plus, Nidalee can lay traps down in lane, acting like a budget Teemo string, forcing G2's top laner Broken Blade to play Dance Dance Revolution just to survive. To set Mervin up for success, he rushes to the bush and starts placing the traps, gaining control of the wave in a range versus melee matchup. Brom supports this by quickly moving to the top lane and placing a ward down himself, ensuring Mervin can play aggressively without worrying about any pesky ganks in the early game. The game plan is to poke out Broken Blade and crash 3 waves. Setting up for a bounce back that perfectly positions Fi for a gank. Fi, having started on the red and pathing towards the top side with a full clear, will arrive right on the time to execute the plan. However, G2 places a ward in the bush where Nidalee is hiding, making the trades less favourable since Mervin can't reset the minion aggro using the bush. Fortunately, Broken Blade opted for Doran's Blade instead of Shield, limiting his ability to tank Nidalee's poke. This allows Nidalee to maintain control, push in the wave, and let it bounce back, setting up Vi for the gank.
I think with Ignite, he can actually take him down here.
Jumps forward, gets knocked back with the Vault Breaker. Spear misses, I'm not sure if it matters, Finn.
Kill secured, and now take a look at what Mervin brought. He picked up the Thorn Mail, which is crucial for his passive healing reduction. This item is a direct counter to Irelia, who typically rushes a Vampiric Scepter for strong in-lane sustain against poke. While this purchase effectively cuts down Irelia's sustain, it does not stop her from exerting intense pressure by resetting off minions. This gives Broken Blade a small window to stack a wave and set up a potential dive onto Mervin. But before this can even happen, Mervin lands a spear onto Broken Blade and leaps in, only to have Irelia's Blade Storm absorb all the damage, which gives Broken Blade the chance to ult and respond, making the trade perfect for him as the wave he previously struck crashes into Mervin's tower. Mervin now is left with nothing, especially since he has Ignite into the teleport. 300 gold difference topside has made Rift Health the main focus for both of these teams. G2's bot lane is incredibly strong, with Draven having secured a kill early in the 2v2, giving them lane priority to reset, buy items and head topside. Even Irelia managed to find a massive trade onto Mervin 30 seconds earlier, allowing her to reset and buy more items, which grants G2 full control over the objective. MDK responds by sending Zeri towards bot lane to grab tower plays, forcing G2 to rotate their AD carry after securing the Rift Herald. This would have been fine, but a ward spots Xayah and Irelia out of position, seizing the opportunity. Avara lands a Q followed by a perfect Glacial Fissure, knocking up the target and kicking off the fight. G2 tries to respond, but with the Draven walking bot lane, they lack their most fed carry. This gives MDK the upper hand, allowing them to secure 2 kills and push Fi into a 600 gold lead. Back to the top lane, Mervin now has boots and armor. And don't worry, this isn't the AD Nidalee I promised, but dear viewer, just wait. I swear, he'll build more AD. Look, he already has a Doran's Blade, that's like 15 damage. But with the item, he does have Broken Blade's number, as he won't be able to lane into him until he finds that first item, and especially by then, Mervin will already have taken 3 tower plates and picked up a Phasian Sheen. Sheen's passive works wonders with Nidalee as it enhances her damage after using an ability. So when she lands a trap and follows up with a swipe, the burst damage is insane. While G2's top lane struggles, their bot lane looks dominant. Draven is an early game raid boss. Just one axe feels like you're being smited by God. Unsurprisingly, Vi makes her way to the top lane to take Rift Held, setting up for a cross-map play. Knowing that he could be dived, Broken Blade wisely abandons the top lane tower and takes Krugs instead, denying Vi 1 extra camp. Meanwhile, G2 prepares for a 5-man dive bot lane. With vision in the enemy jungle, they stay hidden until the last moment, only being spotted by a ward that leaves MDK with no time to respond. As Irelia and Ahri teleport in, G2 executes the drive, with Draven landing a perfect 2-man ult, obliterating MDK's bot lane. Ahri is left all alone under the tower, where she dies to the next wave. In response, MDK secures the top lane and mid lane tower. However, Ahri's decision to teleport bot was a mistake. She should have cleared the mid and then defended the bot lane tower. This would have prevented an extra kill from going to Draven, who now has a Bloodthirster and an Essence Reaver. With a low state in the game, MDK looks to push their lead by grabbing the glamorous bot lane tower. They set it up by pushing bot and mid as far as they can as Ahri grabs the wave and starts pushing. The rest of the team mid rotates over as Vi and Braum go into the enemy jungle to place wards, while Super heads towards the bot lane to share the gold with Ahri. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Merwin is clearing the waves, stopping G2 from countering with the mid tower. MDK resetting after that play gives G2 control of the dragon. Merwin in the mid lane oversteps without the team kicking off a fight. Caps has ult and could use it to secure the kill onto Merwin, or at least a flash. Instead, he thinks the Draven can pick it up, but Merwin flashing the ult forces Caps to respond, flashing in, trying to get the kill, but barrier for Braum and the heal keeps her alive. Mikyx looks to engage to save Caps by flash magnet storming, but Vi over the wall ults onto him, making Caps' ult useless and killing him, securing the team fight for MDK and giving themselves a 2k gold lead. The reason that G2 lost that teamfight was that Broken Blade was never there. His TP wasn't up for another 10 seconds, and that bot lane that we saw the tower get taken from meant that he had to clear that wave earlier on. Both teams are eyeing a fight around the Baron. Knowing that a victory here could seal the game, G2 attempt to flank on MDK through the Baron pit, but MDK responds by engaging them head on. However, this was just a distraction, as Caps makes a brilliant move around the wall to catch out Merwin, while MDK focuses on Mikyx again. Vi and Braum realise that they lack the damage and attempt to retreat, leaving G2 in a prime position to take the top lane tower for free. MDK tries to defend the tower, but Caps isn't having it as he flashes onto Super, who is flashless, securing the kill and the tower for G2. However, Ahri has already shifted focus towards the mid lane inhibitor tower. Earlier, instead of helping deal damage towards the Rel, Ahri chose to push the mid lane, which now pays off as she takes the tower and escapes. This turns out to be a costly mistake for G2, as they failed to properly set up their waves, allowing MDK to exploit the situation. MDK has secure control over the Dragon Pit, a result of G2's earlier decision to pressure the top lane tower, conceding the bot side to MDK. G2 tries to push mid to apply pressure and force MDK to respond, but the wave is too small to make an impact, allowing MDK to maintain river control. This forces G2 to enter the dragon area blindly, where Mikyx gets caught by a charm and a spear from Merwin. This doesn't actually kill him, but it forces Mikyx out the fight, allowing MDK to secure the dragon. However, the mid-wave G2 sub earlier finally arrives and they capitalize by taking down the mid lane tower. Afterwards, MDK wants to look for a collapse. As the tower breaks, Caps places his tower down himself and Zhonya's Ahri's charm, creating space for his team. As Mikyx, who decided not to reset earlier, finds a 3-man engage, letting Draven free fire, but he can only hit onto Braum and Merwin, who are tanky enough so they can escape. But this is fine as the rest of G2 are looking onto Super. As he pressed E over the wall, he gets pinched on by G2 as only Elyoya can defend him, meaning that he dies, and now G2 regroups with the Draven and takes down the Braum and turns their sight on the Baron. With the remaining MDK members dangerously low on health, G2 secure themselves the Baron and prepare to break open the base. They set up in a 4-1, having Caps catch the mid wave and TP if the team needs him, while the rest are looking to get the top lane tower. Their waves are super pushed up, meaning that the wave effectively lost 45 seconds already off the Baron. MDK doesn't have great wave clear, only having Zeri, means MDK needs to look for a pick onto them. They go onto Caps, who uses the Zhonyas to buy time for Broken Blade's TP, forcing MDK off and crucially saving this mid wave, letting them push out mid for free, and afterwards they rotate top lane to grab the mid and top lane tower as well. With MDK having control of the wave, G2 looks to push the mid wave and force them off like before. They didn't notice MDK have them surrounded on both sides, as Caps looks onto Super, looking to match flash for flash to find him with the ult, but he dashes out and Caps flashes to the team. Mikyx engages onto Ahri and Braum, giving space for the team, or at least he thinks, as a psycho play comes out from Super, who flashes the wall and free fires onto Caps, but the Empress Defy clips, putting him in range for a shattering strike, letting Hans kill him, but it's just not enough as Merwin wins the 1v1 and Friscari is untouched in the fight, letting them catch up to the Draven and kill him. With that, MDK finish off the game and secure the victory over G2. But that is going to be it for the video, so make sure to like and subscribe, and if you enjoy these game breakdowns, make sure to check out this video where I break down PO6 Kindred.